2021 was a year with some crucial judgments. While some of them were expected, others were shocking and disappointing, and some were even bizarre. We've brought to you and compiled for you some of these judgments right here. Let's begin with the Satish versus State of Maharashtra case. When a 12-year-old girl was sexually assaulted by a man, the Nagpur bench of the Bombay High Court observed that the man had not removed the girl's clothes before molesting her, and because there was no skin-to-skin contact as such, his punishment, believe it or not, was reduced. This judgment received a lot of backlash, a lot of criticism from different communities. An estimated 2.4 million instances of online child sexual abuse cases were reported in India. This is from 2017 to 2020. 80% of these children were girls under the age of 14. And under such dire circumstances, a judgment of this sort, coming from no less than the High Court in the country, was more than disappointing. A petition was, however, filed on this judgment in the Supreme Court by K.K. Venugopal, and the Supreme Court of India stepped in, suspended the controversial Bombay High Court judgment. Another judgment we'd like to talk about, Aparna Bhatt versus State of Madhya Pradesh. A man sexually harassed his neighbor, and when the woman filed a charge sheet against him, the accused filed for anticipatory bail. And guess what? The High Court of Madhya Pradesh actually granted bail under a bizarre condition. The accused, along with his wife, was asked to visit the victim's house. On the occasion of Raksha Bandhan, he had to request her to tie a rakhi to him with the promise that he will protect her in future with all of his best abilities. Imagine that. Let's tell you about the Sharma versus Subdivisional Magistrate Easton others case. A petition was filed to withdraw the imposition of a fine of 500 rupees for not wearing masks while travelling alone in a private car. The Delhi High Court ruled that mask is like a Suraksha Kavach, protecting both, that is the person wearing it, and those who are around him or her. Now, according to the court, a vehicle, even if occupied by only one person, would constitute a public place and could pose immediate risk of exposure to other persons under varying circumstances. Given the rise in the number of COVID cases all over the world once again, we're not really complaining about this judgment, but it did trigger a huge controversy and a debate. Let's focus on another judgment, Lakshmi versus the state of Karnataka. A couple eloped and got married. The woman's parents were resistant to the marriage and filed a missing persons complaint. The investigating officer forced the woman to come to the police station even after she insisted that she felt threatened by her parents. The woman filed a case, and the court observed that educated young adults can choose their life partners. The consent of the family or the community or the clan isn't necessary. Honor killing is something that we're so familiar with. It's not new to India. Thousands of people are killed every year in the name of honor. And that's why a judgment stating that adults can get married without anyone else's consent is so crucial. Here's another interesting judgment, Singh Thakur versus Sunil Arora. A petition was filed in the Supreme Court of India seeking the involvement of criminals in politics. It also included prohibiting criminals from contesting elections and getting elected as members of parliament. The court ordered that political parties at the centre and state will have to mandatorily upload on their websites the detailed information of candidates along with pending criminal cases against them, and also state the reasons for selecting these candidates despite their criminal record. This judgment is extremely important because criminals contesting for elections is unfortunately a harsh reality in India. Though it's a good decision to keep criminals away, there is a scope for this judgment to be abused for political gains as well. What are your views on these judgments? Let us know in the comment section.